Hello, grade 9 students. This is Edexcel Mathematics A free math online program. So today is the homework discussion session. So then we are planning to discuss all the sums you did throughout the uh, days, right? After having the theory session, I ask you to do few sums, and here I'm discussing all these sums, right? So then we'll move to the first one, that exercise one. I will show you how I have done these. Now you want to simplify these, no? When you're simplifying the answers, the fractions, first what you want to do, you want to find a way of simplifying. Both the numerator and the denominator should be divided by the same number. Both the numerator and the denominator should be divided by the same number. If you can remember, I told you when you're simplifying like that, so sometimes some students, they are good at multiplication tables and they do the simplification at once. And some students prefer to do it with the steps. Whatever the method you are using, it doesn't matter. But if you, as far as that, if you can do the sums without many steps, you can save your time in the exam. So if it is the non-calculator mode question paper, so then if you can do it at once without having many steps, you can save your time. Therefore, please be thorough with the multiplication table if you are struggling with the multiplication table now itself, because you have 2 more years to go. So then you have enough time to be ready. So from the beginning, if you can practice all the weak areas, if you can improve all the weak areas, so then you can have a better path. Right. So then here, what I have done, children, so I have that the first few question I have mixed up the question numbers. Sorry about it. So then the question number 1 here, that this is how I have got the answers. Then 2 here, and you look at the question number 2. I have shown the shown both the methods. So then one child can take the uh, answer with 1 step, the other one can take it with 2 steps. I have shown both the methods. Either way, it is correct, but I prefer if you can go for the first method without having less steps to save your time in the exam. So then the question number 3, right here also we can do it in the 2 ways, with 1 step and 2 steps. So both the methods are accepted, but preferred to have the first one, I would say. Question number 4, here look at this, that again I have shown in different way. So then you can start from 2 and then again 2, then you can divide it by 7. Or you can start from that. If you are familiar with when you see 56, that automatically it comes to your mind, it is 7 times 8. So then you can start dividing it by 7. Then later, to get the simplest version, you can divide it further. Right? So then question number 5, little bit different. Why? That you have the decimals. If you can remember, in the theory session, we discussed when you have the decimals like this, children, we multiply the numerator and the denominator. Maybe it may be 10, 100, 1,000. It depends on the number of decimal places you have. Here I have only 1 decimal place. Therefore, I multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 10. So then it gives me 6 and 12. Then 6 and 12, I simplified, dividing by 6. So then it gives me 1/2. So then the next set of questions that you want to convert these fractions into decimals, you can see I have shown all the workings. Children, please keep this in your mind. By any chance, when you buy everything in your book list, you might have bought the calculator. Dear parents, dear students, please keep the calculator away. See all the sums I did without the calculator. So then you know that there is another paper that which you want to practice or which you want to do without the calculator. For that, you want to have this practice. So to show all of your workings like this in one side and get the answer. Transfer the answer to the relevant place. You can show all your workings like this, right? So I have divided. So initially it is 0. So then when I take the imaginary 0 like 40, I put decimal place. So then for 40, it is 5 times 8. So then until I get this kind of thing 0, I'll divide it. But later we will discuss about the recurring decimals and all, where you have to deal with that. You don't get 0 like this. It's recurring, it's going on. So then it is something else that we are discussing later. So then how you are going to write the answers, how you are going to write the recurring decimals, we'll see them later. So for the time being, you want to deal with these kind of decimals. And the next two questions, question number 9 and 10, you want to convert the decimals into fractions. So then here you can see 2 decimal places. When you have 2 decimal places, so it should be out of 100. Next time you have 1 decimal place, it should be out of 10, right? So then when I have the fraction 75 over 100, I know how to simplify again. You have the option of taking many steps. Either you can start from 5 or 25. It's up to you, so you can decide what is the method you are using. And then when you simplify, it gives you 3 over 4 and 1 over 5. So those are the simplest version of these fractions, which you took after converting the decimals into fractions. So then the next questions that you want to convert the improper fraction to mixed numbers. You can see in the right side corner, I have shown you the workings. 8 over 3 means 8 divided by 3. When I divide 8 by 3, so then it gives me 2, the whole numbers, then 2 over 3, right? So then I have shown the next one also. 13 over 4 means 13 divided by 4. Then 17 over 5 means 17 divided by 5. The last one I have not shown the working, but hope you can understand how I have done it, right? So then we will move to question number 15 onwards. They have given the mixed numbers to convert them into improper fraction. Now, when you have a mixed number like this, see what I have done. Denominator I multiplied by the whole number, and that answer I add with the numerator. But now the final answer, denominator will be the same denominator which you can find in the question. Here, the denominator multiplied by the whole number, 5 times 3, 15. 15 plus numerator, that is 15 plus 3, it is 18. 6 times 1, 6. 6 plus 5, 11. So then it is 11 over 6, right? Then the question number 19 and 20. Here, when it comes to the word problem. So hereafter, when I'm giving you the homework, I don't pay attention to the arithmetic questions or the questions with the numbers, because I know somehow you do it. But most of the students, you are struggling with the word problems, children. So therefore, my priority will be for these word problems going forward, right? So then question number 19, right? 18 minutes as a fraction of an hour. See the way I have written? 18 minutes as a fraction. So as a fraction of an hour. Of an hour means 1 hour. So 1 hour means 60 minutes, because you can't compare or you can't simplify when you have minutes and hours in the same fraction. Therefore, I convert hours into minutes. That means 60 minutes. So then the minutes will be cancelled. Then you have the fraction 18 over 60. You can divide both by 6. It gives me 3 over 10, right? Then look at the next question. They have given so many sentences, but you want to understand what they are talking about. So then this particular child buys a ring for $500 and he sells it for $750. So first, while you are reading the question, children, you just write down what is the buying price? It is 500. And what is the selling price? It is 750. What they're asking us to do, write the selling price as a fraction of the cost price. You just see here they have given initially the buying price, but later they use a different terms, the cost price. So then they are just talking about the buying price itself, that before selling something that you want to buy it, that is a cost for you, because you don't know that whether you can sell it or not. At that moment when you're buying it, it's a cost for you. Later you sell it and take a profit. That's a different story. But initially it's a cost for you, and they are asking us to write the selling price as a fraction of its cost. That means a buying price. So then I write selling price is 750 and the buying price is 500. So then the dollar value will be cancelled. Then we have 750 and 500. I can divide both by 10. It gives me 75 and 50. Then I can divide both the numbers by 25. Then it gives me 3 over 2. 3 over 2 means 1.5. That when I convert it into a mixed number. Children, again, when you are dividing 75 by 50, you don't want to straight away divide it by 25. So then you can do it step by step. The first you can divide it by 5. Then again you can divide it by 5. So automatically that finally it gives you the answer, the same answer, 3 over 2. 3 over 2, it is an improper fraction. So then my final answer will be 1 over 2 or else 1.5. Right? Hope all of you understood how you want to do and how you are going to show the steps. I'm slowly moving my screen and you just go through how I have done, how you want to show the steps, right? So don't think that you're wasting time when you're showing the step. So if you can, that if some students, they might think, when I'm trying to do the steps, it's waste of a time, that no need to do that. So believe me, children, that if you have a good practice to write all these things, you don't want to spend hours. You don't want to spend minutes. That this is this matter of spending few seconds to write the steps if you have the practice, right? How do you get the practice? You want to do more sums. So mathematics is a subject where that you try them, you do them more and more. So then you are closer to the higher score. So if you just think that you just look at the example and it's like this, that you go to the swimming coach and he tells you that this is how you want to move your hands, this is how you want to move your legs. So then you just think, okay, this is an easy thing. So then I don't want to worry that I can be the champion. Can you do like that? No, right? So you want to go to the swimming pool and you want to do that whatever the instructions he gave by yourself. Then you want to try, then you know that how hard it is and what kind of energy you want to waste and to go to that whatever the final goal to be a champion. So it's not that much of easy. So you want to practice, you want to sacrifice, you want to spend your time, you want to be committed, you want to be dedicated. So then it's a process, children. So if you just think that I'm planning to get that 9 band for the Edexcel paper, so yes, it is an easy task. If you really commit for that, if you are really dedicated and if you commit for this and if you have a proper plan, if you have a regular plan in the sense, today you study 1 hour and then after another 10 days time that you take the books and study 1 hour. No, it doesn't work, children. So daily you want to spend the time, maybe 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, that doesn't matter. The continuous, regular practice matter a lot. So you want to have a regular. It is not applicable for only for mathematics, all the other subjects. Maybe biology, you just read your textbook for few minutes and try to understand it, and you have your own short note, maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes. That's more than enough at this moment. Later it is not enough, but at this moment this is the starting point. No? So this is enough that at this moment, right? Okay, so then we will move to the exercise 1 star, right? Exercise 1 star, children. I didn't show you the steps. By now you know what to do. I just wrote the answers, right? I just wrote the answers. See whether you have got these answers by any chance. If you can't understand what to do, by now you know what to do actually. If you have not got these answers, it should be a calculation error, I would say, right? It should be a calculation error. Therefore, please double check your answers and check whether you get the same answers like this. So then here I'm slowly moving my screen. Then you can check the answers. So again, that after double checking your answers, that you just feel that it is not a calculation error, if it is something else, please comment in the video. I'll come up with the clarification. But when you're sending your doubts, please mention the page number, exercise number and the question number. Some students, they are just sending the doubts that teacher, how to do this, that I don't know whether they have typed it correctly, whether they have sent the correct question. You just want to mention the page number, the exercise number and the question number. Okay, children, here I have come to the last two questions of exercise 1 star, the word problems. I will explain you how to do. Elliot scores 65 out of 80 in a math test. So you just write it as a fraction, 65 out of 80. Then you simplify it. You divide both the numerator and the denominator by 5. It gives me 13 out of 16. Right? It gives me 13 out of 60. 65 when you divide by 5, it is 30. 80 you divide by 5, it gives me 60. So then that is done. Then question number 20. So he cycles 42 kilometers at an average speed of 18 kilometers per hour. So what are the items we do have in this question? They have given the speed, they have given the distance. So you just recall the equation for the speed calculation. Speed is equal to distance divided by time. So what they have asked us to do, find the time taken. So that means the missing figure is time. So if the missing figure is time, that you can make it the subject. When you make it the subject time, the equation will be distance divided by speed. So here that when I'm writing it in words, I have written it as a fraction, but when I'm substituting, the distance is 42 kilometers. Then the distance is, speed is 18 kilometers per hour, but I have written it with the division symbol or the sign. Then that division will turn into a multiplication. And when you convert the division into multiplication, you know that what happened, that it takes it reciprocal. So then the 18 goes to the number 18 goes to the denominator. Then kilometer and kilometer you can cancel. Now you have 14 out of 18. So then the 14 and 18 you can divide by 6. 6 times 7, 42. Sorry that I told it wrong. So 42 out of 18, not 14. 42 out of 18. So then I divide this by 6. 6 times 7, 42, and 6 times 3, 18. So then the final answer will be 2, 1 over 3. I converted the improper fraction into mixed number. Okay, children. So this is all about homework questions, right? This is all about homework questions. So then I want to discuss the next theory part. So then I will explain, that is the multiplying fraction, in a separate video, right? So then first you go through all because I named the video as theory and homework. So then if it is so that you want to have the segregation, you know that if you want to go through the homework answers, you know which video you want to select. Therefore, I don't continue the theory in the same video itself. I'll do another video to explain the next theory component, that is multiplying fraction, then dividing fraction. So then we'll get them. So please be in touch. The next video will be the next theory lesson. Okay, children, see you then. By any chance, if you got different answers for the earlier one, that you double check your answers, whether you have done it correctly, whether it's a careless mistake or the calculation error. Still, if you can't understand, please comment in this video. And when you're commenting and when you're raising the doubt, please mention the page number, the exercise number, and the question number. I'll discuss it in the next homework discussion session. Okay, children, see you then. Bye.